Well, here's some of those little slabs we cut from the Apache Tears. And they're about 3/16 thick. And what I'm going to do is make some cabochons out of them. And I might cut a few more so I have plenty to work with. So get back when we cut the cabochons. Well, to remove the part you can't use from the bolt, this Apache Tear, you just warm it up. Heat. And it should come off like that. And you can just clean up the head of the bolt and reuse it again. Well, the first cabochon that we'll make is a freeform. And this is a small one that we're going to make. And I get a shape I like and put it in a copy machine and reduce it and enlarge it until you get the size you want that'll fit onto a stone. Then you glue it to it's a hotel keys, those cards they use in the hotels, and you spray glue the back of the paper and glue it to that. Then just cut it out. Then you have the pattern for future use. And you can take the same pattern and enlarge it, reduce it when you get one you like, and do it over and over again. What we'll put it on this Apache Tears slab, and we'll use this marker. This is a piece of 1/8 inch round with a point ground on the end. I don't know if you can see it there, but that's the shape we want. Then I'll draw some lines, guidelines here, and trim off this excess on the trim saw. Then we can get the grind in the cabochon. Well, these are the guidelines I put on there to get rid of the excess on the stone so I don't cut into the shape by accident. So we'll take it down to the trim saw and start cutting it. First, we're going to start off with the 80 grit scale, so we'll move up to the 220. We won't be long on the 80 grit because they're kind of chippy the back here. Up to the 220 grit wheel. We'll finish shaping it with a 220. Well, we got the outside radius done. Now we're going to work on the 2 inside radius, and we'll do that on the 220 grit wheel. the cabochon all shaped, and we got the inside radiuses done, and now I'm going to drill a 1mm hole to receive a pitch fail so we can make an earring out of it, and I'll make another one exactly like it. So let's get over to the drill press and we'll drill it out. Now when you drill this cabochon, you got to drill it underwater. So what I use is a 1/4 inch block of wood so I don't go through my tray here. And just be careful you don't blow out the back. Well, we got the hole drilled and we didn't blow the back out. So now I'll get ready to dome it, and I'm going to dome this one both sides. And before we do that, I'm going to mark a center line in the middle for a guide so I can make it symmetrical, kind of symmetrical, do the best I can. And so we'll get to marking that. So what I do, this is a 1/4 inch piece of glass here, and I set this aluminum marker on here, and we'll just start right there and just guide it around. As you can see, we got kind in the center. That gives you some sort of a guide. Sometimes you can put more than one mark on there and see where you're going. I'm going to put the extra lines on there so I have more of a guide. Well, now I got 3 guidelines on it, so that'll help me keep it symmetrical while I'm grinding it. So now we'll take it over to the 220 grit wheel. We're going to start off at a steep angle first, and gradually change the angle to a lesser and lesser angle. Using this 220 grit wheel instead of the 80 grit. These Apache Tears are nothing but obsidian. This is volcanic glass, and that 80 grit wheel will probably chip them if I use that. We're using the 220 grit wheel instead of the 80 grit wheel. Because that 80 grit, these Apache Tears, which is nothing but obsidian, volcanic glass, whatever you want to call it. And I think the 80 grit would just chip it. While you're grinding this cabochon, you want to keep this inside shape the same at the outside of the cabochon. And as you grind it, this will become smaller and smaller as you change the angle to your wheel. And once it disappears, then you move up to your other wheels and you start doming it more, keeping the cabochon moving, and put a dome on it on both sides. Now, as you can see, that center is getting smaller and smaller. We're going to keep grinding until it disappears. And I'm changing the angles. They're not as steep as we started out with. See now, here's a different angle. Now you can see that center is getting smaller and smaller. We're almost getting down there. And we'll keep grinding on it. Well, the center there is just a little bit left of that flat spot. So the next time I show you, it'll be all gone. Now the flat spot's pretty much gone now. So I'm going to start rounding it off a little bit on the 220 wheel. Then we'll move up to the 280 and work all the way up to the 3000 grade. Keep the stone moving as we get flat spots on. Now we're at the 280 grit wheel. The 600, then we're going to go to 1200 and 3000. So basically we're going to do the same thing. Just keep the stone moving. Well, we just finished up with a 3000 grit wheel, and there's no flat spots left in it. Now we're going on to the end wheel here, the disc, which has 100,000 paste on it, and then we'll polish it. Well, this is our 100,000 grit diamond paste on here, and it's on this foam back pad with canvas on the front. And you can see it's torn up a little bit now. So rather than get new pads, I just have canvas, and I take this canvas off and I use an industrial spray adhesive, spray it on the canvas or spray it on the rubber, and put new canvas on and cut it around the disc. And it works out real good. It usually puts a good polish on the cabochons. But this one's about ready. It's getting tired, this one. But I think it'll work. I'll just finish this one up on it. Well, here's a finished cabochon. And what's left for me to do is to make another one so Joyce has a pair to wear. And most of our videos are for beginners. We just have a lot of fun doing this. I took up the hobby because we collected a lot of rocks, and I was wondering what the heck we could do with them. So I figured making cabochons would be something fun to do, and it is. So if you want to take up this hobby, it's not really that hard to do, and you get a lot of satisfaction out taking an ugly Apache Tear and making it into a piece of jewelry. Well, thanks for watching.